Hi, I'm Mo Brown of Your Personal Best Fitness Coaching with your Empowered Running Training tip. In this video, I'm going to share with you an alternative method for stretching out your calves. Odds are you're familiar with some of the common techniques for calf stretching, probably done them yourself. One of the techniques commonly done is to kind of lean into a wall, put your hands against the wall, and put one foot behind the body, drop the heel down and hold. The other being where you step up onto a step and lower your heel down and hold, typically 20 to 30 seconds per stretch. Those can be very effective. However, the calves are a muscle group that can be challenging to really stretch out, especially with a lot of miles running. And we want to make sure the calves are stretched, because if the calves are too tight, they can lead to injury, in particular the dreaded plantar fasciitis. So if you're not getting the rate of improvement that you'd like with the standard stretching techniques, this alternative method may be just for you. I've done it myself, and it's worked wonders for me, so I wanted to share that with you. Before going into the specifics of the stretch, I want to share with you a little bit of background information about the stretching technique I'm going to show you, known as active isolated stretching. The idea behind active isolated stretching is that typically when you hold a stretch, you're doing so for 20 seconds or longer. And when doing so, the body has a natural reaction known as the myotatic reflex that kicks in as little as 3 seconds. And when that happens, the muscle will resist the stretch to avoid tearing. And as a result, it takes a lot of stretching to see gains in your flexibility. So with active isolated stretching, you're doing multiple short duration stretches to avoid that myotatic reflex from kicking in, and also stretching the muscle when it's in a more relaxed state to also make the stretch more effective. To do this stretch, you're going to want to take a seat on the floor so that you can stretch the muscle when it's in a more relaxed state, and that'll make it more responsive. So to get started, you're going to want to take a seat with your legs fully extended. I'm going to stretch out my left calf to start with, so I'm going to take my left heel and slowly slide it up toward my buttocks, coming up as far as I need to be able to easily grab the top half of my foot with my hands. So this is my starting position. Heel is on the floor, and to begin the stretch, I'm going to slowly pull the top half of the foot, bringing the toes toward the shins, and I'm going to hold for 2 seconds when I can't go any further, and then I'll slowly go back out again and repeat. Slowly and easily pulling back as far as I can to a slight stretch, hold for 2 seconds, slowly back. And we'll repeat this 10 times, so 10 2-second stretches, to avoid that myotatic reflex from kicking in. And again, it's important to go through the full range of motion to make the stretch be effective and safe. So we don't want to just constantly do this. We want to really go all the way out and then slowly pull back to get the stretch, and then go back to the starting position, full range of motion. So we'll repeat that process for the right side. And this in particular is getting the soleus, which is the lower part of the calf. It's also very important to get the gastrocnemius, which is higher up in the calf region. And to do that, we'll follow the same protocol, but we're going to need a little bit of assistance. We can use a stretching strap, or I've even used a jump rope or a belt very effectively. So what we'll do is take the strap or the rope, put it behind the top part of the foot, walk the hands down the rope, and follow the same protocol here. We're going to keep the leg extended, but slowly bring the top half of the foot back, pointing towards the torso, and then slowly returning to the starting position, pointing the toes out, going through full range of motion, and repeating. So all the way in, hold for 2 seconds, and then slowly back out, and repeat. So again, I found this to be incredibly effective. I used to find that after doing long runs in particular, and I would do the standard stretches, lower my heel down from the step or push against the wall, I would feel like I was getting a decent stretch and be okay that afternoon. But the next morning when I got out of bed, I would get out of bed and limp right away because my muscles were tight. When I started doing this, since then, that hasn't been an issue. If I do this particular technique, it works wonders for my calves, and I've shared it with a lot of my clients effectively as well, and so want to share that with you so that you can run safely, effectively, and happily.